What's up, guys? February 15th update. A few things before we get into the new perspectives and information. Yeah, that's a little cold sore on my lip. I've been waking up at like 3 a.m. just wide awake every morning, so whatever energies are going on, I just haven't been sleeping right. That's my body telling me. Secondly, is that I got another video demonetized, my February 12th kind of current events update. Google hit me with the not user-friendly warning because I was talking about the Pizzagate and the mass arrests and whatnot, so we're going to have to do something about those analytics. I also got my own nice little troll patrol following on all my Pizzagate videos, so you can easily tell the troll accounts. They'll either talk some shit about me or go on some like long drawn out rant to try to make me look bad, and the accounts are always some random obscure name with no picture and recently created, so real easy to tell. It doesn't bother me. Must be saying something right if they're commenting on all my stuff. And also, I just want to point out real quick, and then we'll move on. These videos are tough to do, man. I'm trying to piece together some long, drawn-out, controversial subjects with all kinds of different perspective, and I might go off on a tangent or say some things about somebody that I might not necessarily mean or be happy with, but I still post these videos anyway because I feel like people need the perspective, they need the information, and they need the authenticity. I don't hide behind a obscure name, or you guys know my name, you know my face, so I feel like we just need more of that on our planet, not only in the truthing community, but everywhere, just the transparency and the authenticity. So I post them based on that. I know I'm going to get some negative feedback for some of the stuff I say, but I just take it all as constructive criticism, so there we go. Anyway, moving on into the PG stuff, right? We can't say the anymore. We got to say PG. So these mass arrests, right? What's going on? Apparently Jerry Sandusky's son got arrested, which is cool, right? It's a higher name. It was reported in the mainstream media of a higher profile arrest that's going on. But obviously, it's just one dude, and Jerry Sandusky's son, there's probably a few hundred or a few more thousand people that are above him that we need to round up. So I'm happy with that, but obviously, there's more that needs to come. There's more that's going to come. And also, perspective here that I was just kind of thinking about, we can't expect all of this stuff to blow open in the mainstream media, right? If they were just to round up all the perps, all the pedophiles right now, what do you think would happen? What kind of backlash do you think would occur from the cabal of this? Right? It's such a complicated scenario. There's so many different pieces, and when we factor in this Antarctica piece that we're getting into the equation, that's why you need to kind of step back and think, well, they're not going to want to blow this all up, right? Freaking, you'll see, just like I kind of said in my last video, imagine turning on the TV, seeing live mass arrests or whatever occurring, and then boom, it flips to some Antarctica ET disclosure. That would blow people's minds, and they would completely be distracted by what's going on with any mass arrest scenario. So it's a very complicated game that we all need to discern very, very wisely, and that's one reason I kind of do these updates as we go on, to give my perspective, however that may help you. So just think of that, right? Like, in Antarctica, we have what is, like some secret space program whistleblowers, Pete Peterson, Wilcock, Corey Good have said, as a large ancient civilization buried under the ice. Even as far as to say there's motherships down there. So we need to take that into consideration. If they were just to disclose that, boom! All the other plans that any positive aligned force is doing would get screwed up. So keep that in mind. Also, somebody asked me if David Wilcock and Corey Good, I think, are disinfo. No, definitely not. I do not feel that way. Because of this reason. Anything they're learning, they're trying to tell us as quick as they can. And trust me, even just with YouTube videos, getting information and trying to put it out fast is difficult. So I can only imagine what Wilcock and Corey are doing with all their traveling and all the stuff they're trying to compile together. They've told us about the motherships. They've told us about the ancient civilization, the pre-Adamites, everything they're finding down there, right? The cone heads and all this supposed stuff. We don't know. We don't have direct evidence, but it's all supposed stuff. So we have all that information, though. That's the key. So we will see, right? We have CNN and CBS crews down in Antarctica right now filming about climate change, and they could just happen to stumble upon some ruins if that mass arrest scenario hit. So that's probably why they have to keep a lot of those arrests that might be going on right now on the DL, because they don't want that bait and switch to happen. But if that bait and switch did happen, and we turned on CNN or CBS and saw these live crews acting like they stumbled upon some magic pyramids down there, or some alien motherships, what we would need to do is differentiate between what the mainstream media or whatever disclosure is giving us on that end, and compare that to what David Wilcock and Corey Goode have said to us. So this is why what they're saying and all the other Antarctic information coming out from the Secret Space Program is crucial, because we can compare that to the cabal or whatever else is said and see who's BSing us. This is why in my last video I said it's going to be really easy to see who's bullshitting us, because all the information I have. And sorry, if you don't like my cursing, whatever. So there's that, right? No, I do not think Wilcock and Goode are disinfo. And also, we have to keep in mind everything else we know about Antarctica, because we know the Nazis have been there since World War II. That's not a secret. Just if you don't know that, look into something called Operation Paperclip and Operation High Jump. Those are two good rabbit holes to go down if you don't know much about the Nazi Antarctic UFO, how all those pieces fit into the puzzle per se. I can discuss it real quick. I don't like these videos to go on too long, but it's so easy just to go off. Basically what occurred is that while the Allies had better manufacturing during the World War II, right? Like America could make a bunch of tanks, war brought us out of a recession. The Germans, the Axis powers, all had higher advanced technology. How they got that technology is up for debate, whether it's been said that it was actually channeled through a woman named Maria Orsich, and a lot of these, she actually channeled non-terrestrial, extra-dimensional beings for various anti-gravity plans, or if it was a technology exchange between malevolent extraterrestrials, which has also been said. Could have been a little both. Doesn't matter. But what we know is that the Germans, specifically their Royal Secret Society, created Bellcraft, working anti-gravity Bellcraft with different gravity-canceling technologies. So, once obviously they only had a few of these ships. It's not like they could take out the thousands of tanks that America had. But once the Allied powers started taking over Europe with how many more men they had, the Germans then escaped to South America and thus Antarctica during and after World War II. And then this is where Operation High Jump comes into play, because Admiral Byrd, who was an American admiral, was sent down to Antarctica with a huge supply of ships and men and got destroyed by these Bellcraft. And he then took his remaining surviving ships, went up to South America, and he was actually on record I think he got interviewed by a Chilean newspaper, and it said that he literally stated that the enemy has flying ships that can go from pole to pole in minutes or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but this is all documented. I'll post an article that I wrote down below about this, and you can learn a little more. And then also what occurred is that, the Germans were down in Antarctica. Apparently the Americans tried to infiltrate these German secret societies, but then the reverse occurred. The Germans actually infiltrated American intelligence operations, and then in 1952 there was a huge UFO sighting right over the Capitol. And this is crucial because it was not alien, it was actually man-made. It was Nazi Bellcraft flying over the Capitol, basically saying, hey bitches, if you don't let us in, we're going to disclose the ET presence. And the American government at the time didn't want that to happen because they didn't want to cause mass hysteria. So that's when Operation Paperclip went into full force, and these Nazi scientists were able to basically infiltrate into America. The OSS then turned into the CIA. These Nazis went into NASA and pharmaceutical companies and media companies and whatnot. So that's we know all that occurred. So it's going to be really easy, is why I'm saying all this. It's going to be easy to see what kind of BS CNN or CBS or whatever mainstream partial disclosure effort is trying to tell us. It'll be with all that knowledge that Wilcock and Good have given us, all the knowledge we already have. It's going to be easy. So I'm not worried. I'm just interested to see how it all plays out. And I think it's definitely coming soon, very soon. Also, apparently Tom DeLonge, if you don't know, he's been a disclosure proponent, whether it's he's being utilized in a partial or full disclosure scenario, we don't know. But he said there's a big announcement coming within 60 days on his Instagram, I believe, which I just read a couple hours ago. And also Vault 7, just kind of tying up, this is like a current events and news update video. And lastly, Vault 7. So one of the pictures just posted a day or two ago about Vault 7 had to do with George Soros, actually. So, I mean, I was kind of speculating in my last video. Don't know if WikiLeaks is compromised or not, but they posted a video that apparently was taken from George Soros' Open Society Foundation website. So, and that was the Why is Vault 7? Or I don't know, that was the last Vault 7 picture posted. It was like someone in a mailbox, and that was taken from George Soros' website. So if they're kind of calling out George Soros, that might make me think that they're not compromised. But of course, there's we can always that's all we can do at this point is speculate. I got some comments kind of ragging on me like, man, you're a good speculator. But that's all we can do. We can just take in the information that we have, discern that. That's why discernment is so crucial. And that's what I try to do in these videos is discern for you guys. Discern that, kind of ruminate on that, and then see what might happen or where this all might take us. So anyway, hope those arrests occur soon. Hope they get a lot more big names, and I hope we find out what kind of cool stuff is in Antarctica. Also, lastly, I do believe there are motherships down in Antarctica because there was a crop circle that was made in England back in July, and this is just really funny to me, so I want to say it. Obviously, crop circles are from extra dimensionals, right? I'm saying this as if you watching this already understands that. And they're all symbolic. They're symbolic hints is what they are. So this crop circle, I'm going to put it right here. I'll put a picture of the crop circle. It was literally a logo of a bong making company in Bellingham, Washington here, in my home state. And the bong making company is called Mothership. But you'll notice, I'll even put the picture side by side, the crop circle mothership has like their hieroglyphics around because they can't tell us, right? They have to abide by free will. They can't tell us exactly what the symbols are. And it lines up with the mothership of the bong making company. So, cheeky aliens using it's just funny to me. They're using a little weed symbol. But they're also telling us mothership. So what could that mean? Well, the Earth is kind of, you could classify the Earth as like a big biological electric mothership flying through space, but I also think it might have been a hint to the discoveries that were soon to follow after that crop circle being motherships in Antarctica. So yeah, that's just cool to me. Anyway, big disclosures coming soon. I'll keep doing these current event updates. And lastly, I wanted to say thank you guys for supporting this channel and everything I'm trying to do, whether if you simply just watch it and like, or if you actually share this video with other people, I'm grateful. And if you want to help support me in the work that I'm doing to share a lot of this stuff with you, there's different ways you can do that. You can make a contribution to my PayPal account, or I have a Patreon account as well. If you want to sign up for a small monthly fee, you just contribute to these videos. Also, if you want to purchase an ebook as well. I have some health ebooks that I've written and more that I'm writing, and also some health coaching that I'm doing online if you want kind of some one-on-one help. So there's a lot of ways you can support me to support you, because all I'm doing is just trying to help, whether it's share information and perspective with these videos, share health information, or actually coach people. So thank you guys. Done.